Hello and welcome to Phoenix Rising, Wisdom of the Heart. I'm your host, Teresa. The wisdom of the heart can be as placid and gentle as the slow-flowing stream, or it can be as wild and in your face as Kilauea erupting, and all points in between. This is the wisdom of the heart. I wanted to come on today and talk about the second pillar of the framework of the self. If you remember from the last video, the first pillar was self-love. Well, today we're going to talk about self-respect. Self-respect is very important when it comes to respecting yourself, especially if you've been traumatized. So you might be asking the question, okay, how do I do this? You start by treating yourself with respect. This means no bashing yourself, no talking mean to yourself. It means respecting your own needs, not tolerating disrespect, standing on boundaries, and creating and holding boundaries. So why is this so important? Self-respect has a big part to do in the healing as addressed by the framework of the self. The second concept, self-respect, rebuilds your self-respect. One thing that I want to note here is that self-respect, when you disrespect yourself or allow somebody to disrespect you, your inner light will start going down and down and down, and you will start feeling like you have a mountain on your shoulders. The self doesn't know the difference between reality and other. It's better to rebuild your self-respect, treat yourself well, eat nourishing foods, drink clean water. If you don't want to do something, speak up and say no about it. Stand on boundaries. You're going to have to create some boundaries in order to do that. And this also ties into the third pillar, which is actually self-confidence. But it is very important when you're wanting to heal from the trauma that you take those steps. You take those steps to not cut yourself down. I mean, no one in video land is Oscar the Grouch. So let's look at that. I had to learn to respect myself. That meant no people pleasing. That meant standing on no and meaning it, don't cave. It also meant creating and enforcing boundaries. And a lot of people got really upset when I did this because they were taking advantage of the person that didn't have any boundaries, any self-respect, self-confidence, or anything of that nature. So, it's gonna be a bit of a hard climb. But before you say something nasty about yourself, your looks, accept yourself exactly as you are. That also ties into pillar 1, self-love. Respect yourself for who and what you are. Love yourself, again, that refers to pillar number 1. But having respect for yourself will also rebuild your self-esteem. Someone to ask you to do something you don't want to do, say no. You'll have to start building boundaries. And with a lot of us that have gone through trauma, that's not easy because we've spent most of our lives in whatever season we are in by people pleasing, reading a room, making ourselves small. The framework of the self is not going to allow you to become small. It's going to cause you to grow. As far as self-respect, treat yourself like you're your own best friend. That may be difficult, But believe me when I tell you that doing these things is going to start rebuilding the respect you have. Because it's very important to respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, no one is going to. On top of this, allowing disrespect is teaching people how to treat you. And that is not good. So what I'd like to ask of everyone is do a little experiment this week. Stand on your boundaries. Say no and mean it. Don't cave. Just because you like the person, you're teaching people how to treat you. Respect yourself. Respect your mental, physical, and emotional, and dare I say it, spiritual needs. Because those are important. You're at the point where you can't really afford to be at the last of the line. If there is an empty cup, how are you going to help someone else if you haven't been able to help yourself? And there is a truism that when you don't know how to take care of yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. That's something I want our listeners to remember. And as I close out this vignette, I want to leave you with a blessing. You are loved, appreciated by people you don't even know. Keep your head up. Keep your chin up. This will pass. And I know that's sometimes hard to believe, especially when you're in the cycles of trauma. This will pass. May you all be blessed, and we'll see you again next week.